Alright, welcome back to Falcon Blues TV. Like my fence panel, it's alright, isn't it? I think I need a flag behind here or something. Anyway, Everton have released a statement saying that they've pulled back their appeal for the 2 points deduction that was given to us early April for, again, further PSR breaches and everything else. Wise decision, I think, by the club, just because we're safe and really we don't need to be arsing about with it. And possibly if there's going to be additional points deductions down the line, you know, if that suddenly comes down to it, we've shown good behaviour and gone, all right, yeah, listen, we'll take our medicine, we'll take the 2 points. But there's a bittersweet side to it, I think because the fans and the club, particularly the fans, the 1878s and the like, have fought tooth and nail to get some form of points deduction back. You know, we've been working through the media, we've been working through the club itself with flags and banners and everything else, and the protests and stuff like that. And it all just feels like, oh, well, you know, have we just ran out of steam? There's two sides to it. We either ran out of steam or we're boxing clever because of a potential further deduction down the line, especially if what is looking at could be. It won't, because Mashiri's not going to let it happen. He's already come out and said this. There's, you know, talk of administration. Please, don't let the people who are talking about administration scare you into it. It may happen. It doesn't. But I'm not saying it's going to, or it's a heavy factor, and or it potentially could happen. Just, I think the people that are talking about administration, and he's already on the list, so I can't ask him again. I've already. You know, they're talking about it, and it's putting the fox amongst the hens and the chickens. It's scaring the living shit out of people. This community football club, don't forget, we've got Everton in the community there. You've got local staff working at the club. You've got local stewards. You've got local staff members. You've got people working at the club at Finch Farm, at the ground on a daily basis. These are all people whose livelihoods are at stake. So, you know, if they're worrying about administration when they shouldn't have to be really worrying about administration, the way it's going on, the way it's being perceived in social media, then don't antagonise it. Don't fucking kick the hornet's nest. Don't make it worse than it already is. We've got now, the 777 group are looking like it's likely that they are getting fucked off and they're done and dusted. And Andy Bell and the MSP group look like they're likely to be taken over. But when you're saying that, you know, the club needs to go into administration in order for them, obviously that would lower the price of the club, but that absolutely decimates the club. It's not the right thing to do, and it's not the thing that Everton and Evertonians should be even thinking about. It should be the case of the club needs to get together with whoever the powers that be in MSP, Andy Bell and whoever else, and get that sorted. Yeah, there's unsecured loans on the club through 777, but that's their own fucking fault. Do you know what I mean? They were paying money into a club that they were probably never going to get. They were putting articles and announcements in the fucking match day programme. That's one that still pisses me off, that they were allowed to do that. Why were they given basically a 2-page spread to talk about what's going on and what they're looking to do? You can't do that. That's like me going into next door and saying, oh, well, this is now my bathroom. What do you think of my kitchen? We haven't fucking signed any papers, mate. Nothing's been done and dusted. You're having a laugh. That is still going to stick in my craw, that, for a long, long time. But, you know, Mashiri, for all his accountant acumen, he's an absolute tosspot, isn't he? Okay, it was great when he first come in and we were happy that things were getting done and things were getting bought, players were coming in. But it's just been a shit show for 7 years and now it's time to step aside. But I think he needs to, the asking price needs to come down. I know it's a tough one to ask, and it's a lot of millions and it's a lot of money that he's going to lose. And he probably doesn't give a toss about Everton anymore. Probably doesn't care that the club's in dire straits. He probably didn't care to begin with. It's not his job. It's not his baby, really, I suppose, is it? But I think the club has got to get together with the people who are planning to buy the club, these consortiums, whether it's an American one, Qatari, wherever it's coming from, and get this done. Please stop talking about administration. It's not a word that people want to hear. You say administration and instantly the red lights start flashing. and it's job losses, it's fire sales, it's getting rid of this, it's getting rid of that, it's selling a brand new stadium that we haven't even got into yet. We've got 20 league games at Goodison left, and let's enjoy them. Let's start tomorrow. Let's not, let's make tomorrow special. After tomorrow, we've got 19 league games at Goodison. That could just be 19 home games. We may not get a cup tie. There won't be a replay. If there's a replay, if we get in the way, there won't be a replay. If we have to come back to Goodison, won't happen. So, minimum of 20 games left at Goodison Park. Let's enjoy them. Let's stop fucking talking about administration. Let's stop talking about fucking football finance, because it is the dullest fucking conversation and the dullest topic to do with football I've ever heard. It's boring. Anyway, that's enough of my rant for 5 minutes. Let me know what you think in the comments. Make sure you're all subscribing to the channel. My fans panel don't actually look too bad, do they? Anyway, up the fucking toffees. Colin Chong, I'll see you in a bit.